So we're gonna start off this vlog with doing one of my favorite things ever, a book haul. I have been accumulating so many new books over the past couple of months, like since my birthday, and I know I did like a massive haul on my birthday, but you know, this has become one of my favorite hobbies and I'm not apologizing. So we got 25 new books to share with you, and it's a mix of romance and fantasy books, so if these are your genres, I feel like you're gonna enjoy this. Some of these you may have seen a little bit, either just sitting on my shelf or like maybe like a quick mention in some of like my last vlogs, but I want to like explicitly call them out. But getting started with number 1, we have The Wolf King. This is a fantasy romance. It is an incompleted series. This is the very first book, but you know, I feel like I'm bound to pick up the others. But we got werewolves. We have a princess who is kidnapped by one of the werewolves. It looks like something I'm really gonna enjoy, and it's rated really well. Heir of the Broken Fate is the next book that I picked up. This is a completed series consisting of 3 books. This is the very first one. It's also a romantasy. From what I understand about it, it looks like it's about a princess who flees her kingdom. She's trying to get away from her father, which I think is a bad guy because she's trying to like save her people, but she finds herself entangled in just like a web of lies with the Fae King. Oh, also she's human. So anyways, this just looks like something I would really enjoy. Blood and Betrayals. Okay, I love me an academic setting. This is a dark academia romance, at least that's how it's classified. This is the first book. There is a second book that's already going to be coming out like March of 2026, but this is something that I've heard such amazing things about. It is a thick boy, but we got an academy setting in vampires and I'm in just with that alone. Enigma. This is also another dark academia romance. I have a couple of books by this author that I have yet to read, but anytime I see like her books pop up, like I only hear good things about it. This is also a standalone, which is great, but I think it's like a tale of love and obsession between 2 rivals. So The Shadows That Listen. Okay, so this is a standalone. I think it's an indie book. It's urban fantasy, but it's about a human warrior who works for the angel intelligence place, but then she's like thrust into like this war for whatever those reasons are, and then the MMC is an archangel who I think is leading the war. I love when there's fantasies that it's just a single book, like a single standalone, and it's rated well. You gotta pack a punch, you know what I mean, to fit everything in one book, so I'm hoping it's really good. The Ever King. Okay, so this is an incompleted series. There's 3 out right now. This is the first one. It is a romantasy, and the plot looks so interesting. It's a king who's trying to seek revenge, and by doing so, he captures his enemy's daughter, but the daughter accidentally frees him from this underworld imprisonment that he's in. I don't know, man. This looks so flipping good. Psycho Shifters. I know nothing about this one, but this is the first book. I think there's 6 in this series. And I mean, if the title says shifters, I'm sure there's like some shapeshifters in here. Ooh, the back of this says the original Why Choose Romantasy series. I mean, say less. Speaking about more books and series, or I haven't even read the first couple, like why do I do this? It's so funny. So this is the 3rd book. I do have the other 2 on my shelf, but like I saw that this one came out and I was like, yeah, sure, let's get it. That makes sense. I also think that there's gonna be a 4th, but it is the Flame and Thorns series. We got Deadly Trials, we got dragons, so that's all you really need to tell me. Speaking about dragons, Wrath of the Dragons. This is a 2nd book in a series as well. The first is Fear the Flames. Realistically, this one drew my eye because of this right here. Barnes and Nobles was selling this with it's a signed copy of it, and even though I haven't read the first, I was like, absolutely, I'm getting that. And then more series books that I haven't even started. So I was very drawn to Iron and Embers. The 2nd book in this series was just released, but this series takes place after this one, and I only had the first book in this series, so naturally I had to get the rest in the series. So this one, I'll start with this first. So this is the Legends of Thesmore series. The first one is Blood and Steel. It is a completed series. It has 4 books, so I just picked up the remaining 3 here. And then after the Legends of Thesmore is The Ashes of Thesmore, which is these 2 books. The 2nd book is sitting in my mailbox right now. But Iron and Embers, and I think it's Thorns and Fire. Fantasy romance. There's only 2 books in this series so far. It is incompleted. Wow, the writing on this is massive. This could be a quicker read. Perfect segue to my contemporary romance books. But Ali Hazelwood, you guys know this. So our book club book pick of last month, Problematic Summer Romance, that was Ali Hazelwood Wood, which was my first Allie book, and I absolutely loved it. So I was very intrigued by her work, and I kind of just went all in and bought like a shit ton more of her books. The first being Bride, which is unlike her other ones because this is kind of like a fantasy aspect, paranormal. So naturally that looked like it would fit me perfectly. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but overall good reviews, so that's why I got it. Now leading into contemporary romance, but more of Allie books. So Love on the Brain. Deep End, I feel like this is the most well-known from her, so I'm very looking forward to that. Love Theoretically, Check and Mate. And then a couple other contemporary romances that I've actually never heard of. I saw that they were recommended on my Barnes and Noble, I think when I was looking at the Allie Hazelwood books, of something that was like similar. And when I looked them up on Fable, they were rated really well, but we got the 7-Year Itch by Amy Dawes, and then also 9-Month Contract. These sort of books, like they're standalones, they're light and fluffy. These are the types of books I love to have as good like buffers in between like intense emotional books, you know, like, you know, when you just need like a breather, you need something light and fluffy, you need something that's just gonna make you a smiling, giggling mess. Like that's what these books do for me, and that's why they are a necessity. And the very last one is The Conditions of Will. So this is a standalone. It's from the same author as Magnolia Parks, which I have yet to read, but I want to so desperately. The perfect problem. I just have way too many books that I really want to read. I want to read them all at once. But we got a contemporary romance. I hear there's family drama in this with such like a heavy dose of romance and maybe like a little twist of a mystery. I've seen snippets here and there, and it looks just incredible. Well, there you have it. That completes the book haul. Let me know if you have read any of these books, but don't tell me, you know, don't give anything away if you have read them. But I would love to know if you have. Let me know if there's any of these books that are on your TBR too, or maybe I helped you discover some new books too. So let me know if I pointed out some new ones to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have all of these linked for you too. Happy Friday. I'm so excited it's Friday, but it's a busy day and I feel like I'm just like a step behind all day. I'm currently running late to my brow and lash appointment. I'm gonna do brow lamination. I'm gonna get my lashes tinted. It is long overdue, but I was like trying to hold out a little bit longer just because of this upcoming trip that we'll talk about here in a second. When I'm not feeling super rushed, I'll talk about it. But I was trying to space out the appointments so that the brow lamination and the lashes would be like fresh for the trip. But I'm currently running late. I was supposed to be there 2 minutes ago. I am sweating. Something I also did a couple of days ago, just a part of like the whole prep for leaving and all like that sort of stuff, I ended up getting my lips done. I am so in love. It's, I think, still slightly swollen. I mean, I hope it's not because I kind of like the way that it looks. I don't want it to stay. Ended up doing a full syringe filler and it was a year was the last time that I did it. So we just went big, essentially. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so here's the before on my lashes and my brows. Although probably poor before since I kind of like styled my brows a little bit, but we're gonna have a tint, we're gonna do the lamination, and then we're gonna do my lashes are gonna get tinted, not lifted or anything like that. I can't wait. What a whirlwind of the last couple of hours. Honestly, okay, I'm officially back home now. I'm starving. It's 4 o'clock. And this is the lunch. Chipotle, to the point where I was like so starving that I was like, give me anything. And Chipotle was right there on my way home. It was a busy morning with working. And then I needed to run up to the condo because I had a cleaning appointment, and then I had my brow and lash appointment, and then I needed to run to the mall and pick up alterations for Juan because we need that for our trip. It was a pair of pants, and then I needed to come home and then immediately respond to so many pings, but we're officially here to eat this delicious food right now. I just need a bite, one bite really quickly. So really quickly, here are the lashes, and here are the brows as well. The brows are gonna change over the next couple days. It's always the boldest the first day because you can't move them, so they also look like very flat, right? And then obviously a really dark color since I got them tinted. But yeah, they will fluff up and look like more natural on the next day, and then the color will tame down as well. But we have to leave it for the next 24 hours. And then the lashes, oh man, Revitalash, you guys, is coming through. I've gotten so many compliments on how long my lashes are. I feel like you can't really tell on camera because when I edit, I'm like, you can't really tell that they're super long, but I'm telling you, they're really long. So with the black tinting, that's the color that I end up getting. I've tried like a brown, but it fades too fast and my lashes are too thin. So I prefer to do black, but man, they make them pop. Oh, I love it. I love it. Combine all of that with the fact that I did my lip filler. I am just feeling more like myself every single day. With the more that I am prepped and doing like all of my maintenance, the only thing that's missing is my nails. Once I have that, there's no stopping me. Okay, I'm gonna eat. I'm officially done for today and I cannot be more excited, honestly. Got everything with work officially situated. Oh, it feels so good. Like my full out of the office is set up, the full list of everything that needs to be done while I'm gone. It's all assigned to folks. Talking about Amazon work. So yeah, that feels good. We're done. We can move on with it. We are officially OOO for the next 2 weeks. So I've alluded to it and it's time to finally even tell you guys where I am going. So Juan and I, we are having our own little European adventure. There's a few places that we're going to be going to. First part of the trip is going to be in Spain. We are going to 3 cities. We are going to Lafranc for a wedding. We're going to Barcelona and we're going to Alicante. Alicante is where Juan's brother lives. So we're going to visit him while we're there. And then the last leg of the trip, we are going to be spending, I think, like 4 days in London. The way that the flights work out is that there has to be a layover to get from over there to here and vice versa. And so we chose to go through London because London's been on our wish list forever and a day. So we're like, all right, let's just stop in London. We'll be there for a few days and then it's a direct flight from London back to Seattle. But to go there, we are going to fly from here to Barcelona. We'll have a layover in Amsterdam and then we will be renting a car and driving to Lafranc. Lafranc is on the coast of Spain, so like a cute little coastal town. Oh, I'm so excited. Going to Spain has been on my bucket list for so long. I can't believe that this is about to become a reality. And I haven't been to London either. That's also been on my list. So look at us. Oh my god, just checking off some new locations on our wish list here. We haven't planned like such a major trip since we went to Vietnam and Japan, which was already a couple years ago. I cannot believe how long that it's been. But man, it took forever to get everything all coordinated and situated. There was a lot of like logistics and stuff to sort through, lots of things like with the animals getting all situated too. So yeah, the last couple weeks have been just so busy. This camera, it's my big boy and it's it's kind of heavy to hold. Get everything situated with just like the house, with work, with everything like going on. But I'm desperately looking forward to this. I need some time off of work like really bad. But in the same breath, I love like what I'm about to say. I'm gonna be filming the entire time that I'm there. I will have like individual dedicated vlogs for each location. I love filming and vlogging when I'm on vacation. It's so much fun to share the little adventures and whatever we see with you guys. But I love to look back and watch them myself. You guys don't know how many times I've like gone back to my other travel vlogs, like Hawaii, Japan, Vietnam, all of them, and I've rewatched them. They're so good. But well, I am gonna take a little bit of a break and a breather. What I still want to do today is I would like to start to like pull out all of the clothes that I want to bring or I'm thinking about bringing, because this weekend it is mission, let's figure out what the F we want to wear and start like figuring out outfits and getting that situation, because my goal is to pack lighter. I don't think I'm gonna be successful, but you know, I'm challenging myself nonetheless. But today is Friday, like I said, and we're leaving on Monday. So a couple of days, and I like to start this process early so that way I'm not stressed, I'm not worried, I'm not anxious. We want this to be fun. So we'll start small. We're just like grabbing everything, putting it in my office, and then tomorrow we'll start to like narrow things down, really outfit plan. The tricky part about this is that Spain and London, completely different vibes. For one, and two, the weather is going to be so different in both locations. So I feel like for Spain, I'm still packing for summer, but then I looked at the weather today for London and it feels like I'm packing for fall. So that's unfortunate, but only in London for a few days. So I think that I don't need to stress too much about it. I hope so. So with all that being said, we're gonna get comfy here and we're gonna start to read a little bit so that way I can relax before getting on with the night and everything else that I said I wanted to do. So let's talk books. What I am currently reading right now is I'm reading King of Envy. This is the 5th book in the Kings of Sin series. So good, actually. This is exactly what I needed. These books are really quick reads for me, and so I would love to finish this before I leave. I think I'm probably gonna be finishing this by tomorrow easily with how much I've been like speed reading this. I just started this yesterday. This isn't even where I'm at. I read on my Kindle, so we need to find like my exact location. Woo! Eating it up. It's spicy. It's a little bit mysterious. Good vibes. Before I started that book yesterday, I was actually reading Releasing 10, which is the 6th book in the Boys of Toman series. And okay, I know I've been talking a lot about this series, but I feel like I owe you like one final update on it. Just because I've been speaking so much about it that I feel like if I don't give this update, you guys are going to be like, what the hell happened with Releasing 10? So okay, Releasing 10, 6th book. That's the most current book that's out. This is an incompleted series. That book was just released like April, May of this year. You guys, I am suffering. That is the heaviest book that I have possibly ever read. Like, I thought Binding 13, Keeping 13, even Joey's story was heavy. Oh my god, Gibbsy's story was, I feel like, the heaviest. But now this, it's hurting me to read, and it's impacting my mood so much. So I've made the executive decision that I am going to stop reading it. For now, I'm not like DNFing it. Maybe it's a light DNF. And my thinking on this is that this is an incompleted series. I know that there is going to be a 2nd book following up to this. I don't know, Gibbsy and Lizzie's stories are like very intertwined. So I know that we're going to be getting 2 books, another book for Gibbsy and another book for Lizzie. I just don't know like the order that they're going to come out in. But I need another book to come out, because Releasing 10, I don't think it's gonna end like Rainbows and Butterflies, because it's a very unfinished story. Like, Releasing 10 takes place in the past versus Taming 7 is the present, and so I cannot leave on that hurtful of a cliffhanger. Like, I just can't, and it would pain me to like stop reading. You guys. But I was like, I gotta think about my mental health here. Like, honestly, I was getting so mad, so sad too. And I'm like, you know what? I think that this is the best idea. This is the best thing for me. We're gonna call timeout on that book, and we're gonna wait until the next one comes out. We'll see what like that timeline of the new book, because nothing is announced. But I feel really good about this decision. Unless I just randomly get like this push and like I feel strong enough to tackle it, and then I will. You know what I mean? But for the foreseeable future, it's paused. I also really would like a matcha, but I'm still pretty full from lunch. I had a Diet Coke with my lunch, so I might postpone the matcha a little bit. Okay, so I read 7 chapters on my Kindle. Oh, nice, Carissa, good work. So we read this little chunk and we're here. So we're like halfway, no? This was all yesterday. 246 pages. What happened? What possessed me? What came over me? I don't think I've ever read that many pages in a single day. Wow. Wow. When I said I wanted her, I wanted all of her. Every smile, every tear, every sigh and moan. She consumed me body and soul, and I refuse to settle for anything less in return. She was a splash of color in my world of gray. For dinner, we decided on having a little charcuterie board to share. I'm not super hungry after having that late Chipotle. This looks pretty tasty. Are you gonna share? I did have a matcha too. Thank you. A little topo. Top it off. What are we watching?
Thunderbolts.
And I did end up pulling tons of clothes. It's stressing me out though. I was just watching on TikTok like outfit ideas for tomorrow. Mission, figure out outfits and make nail sets. That's tomorrow. You want to watch a 2-hour movie right now?
I want to watch what?
Oh, I thought I was going to be able to read.
No reading.
Good morning. Okay, so I feel like I'm doing everything except trying to figure out outfits. I'm procrastinating so bad right now. Okay, so I started pulling out things for toiletries. We're gonna figure that out later. I mentioned this in some of my other vlogs, but for the past couple weeks, I have been using these Cadence travel things just to like test out how long these last, you know, with like each of the different products that I use. Honestly, super freaking impressed. Most of these are still have some product in it and I've been using them for 2.5 weeks. That is going to work perfectly for the trip, needless to say. So we'll figure this out later. I also started to put a ton of clothes on the bed. We'll figure out laundry later because I figured once we figure out outfits, I'm gonna have to put away a ton of clothes. So I'll just do the laundry at the same time that I'm putting away a ton of clothes. I have shoes laid out just to help with figuring out outfits. Obviously, this is not the amount of shoes that I am packing. I also have some like miscellaneous things over here, like my backpack that I'm going to be using as like my personal item on the plane. Some other travel things. We have adapters and yeah, just other bags and stuff. I feel like this is going to be the main bag that I'm going to use just because it's pretty secure. It's easy to wrap around. Thought this like beach bag would be perfect because it packs up really small. It's lightweight. And then I was also thinking about bringing one of these sort of bags. This is like the medium size, so it packs up small, but then it can hold a ton if I need it. What else? I'm starting to get together some of the electronics that I'm thinking that I might bring, and I'm just putting it up here, which is perfect. What else have I been doing to procrastinate? So I pulled out all of the makeup that I want to bring. I'll just keep it on the desk until Monday. That's no problem. I'm starting to charge my headphones and just anything else that needs to be charged. I needed a new new external drive. My other one was full, so good timing. I overnighted this with Amazon and I got it set up. So I guess it's time. The inevitable. We've put it off enough. So I have this pile, and then I also have like a little section in this closet as well, like here over, of cute pieces that I think might make really cute outfits. Okay, first things first, we need to get an idea of how many days we're going to be in each location and also what the weather is going to be in each location, and then any other special considerations. So I'm starting to look at the calendar and just write it all out into the notes app. Okay, so starting off with Le Franc, we're going to be there 3 nights, I think 2 days, and then a travel day. And that travel day is going back to Barcelona. So kind of a travel day to Barcelona the first day, but we have a night. So 4 nights, 3 days, and the travel day. Okay, 3 nights in Alicante, I think it's 2 days, travel day. And then London, we arrive, I think in the late afternoon. So 4 nights, 3 days, and we have a travel day. In Le Franc though, one of those, or 2 of those nights actually, 2 nights is dedicated to the wedding. One is just like a gathering, pretty informal. I think it's like at a restaurant. But then the second day is a wedding, so we need wedding guest dress and then an informal wedding appropriate outfit. I think that there's a dress code for that too, so we'll keep that in mind. Okay, and then now weather. I can see some of the weather because 10 days is available. I'm not going to be able to see the tail end, so not really going to be able to see London, but that's okay. I can look at what it is now in order to see. Le Franc is going to be really nice when we arrive, 75, 78, 80. Okay, so summer for sure. We'll get shorts. It's also like a beach town, so I'll try to, I need to grab some swimsuits, but like some cover-ups to figure out what we're going to be doing during the day, and then one night outfit essentially that I'll need there. Okay. Barcelona, travel day, 81, sunny, partly cloudy, 83, 82, 30% chance of rain on that Monday. I'm already planning on bringing in like a lightweight raincoat because of London, so that won't be a problem. And also jeans because of London, so I think that would be just fine. Alicante, can't quite see, but it looks very similar to Le Franc. Really hot because it's on the coast. And then London, what the heck? What happened to summer in London? It's a joke, honestly. It's cloudy and like 40-60% chance of rain every single day. A high of 64, 68, 71. Okay, so it's gonna be cold. I feel like London outfits are all about like layering anyways, because the weather can probably change on a dime, similar to Seattle. So I think I just need to pack Seattle, but like cuter for London. Might need to bring a sweater, definitely tennis shoes and jackets. Layers, think cute, but still think basic, and like repeat items too. See, it gets challenging when the 2 locations you're going to are very different from one another. Now I'm gonna separate all of my clothing into categories, tops, bottoms, and then outerwear or jackets, things like that. So that way I can see what I have pulled and start to piece things together. I'm gonna take pictures of every single outfit, whether I like it or not, so that way I can sift through it later, because when you are trying on so many different looks, it's hard to keep them straight, hard to remember exactly what you liked and didn't like. And so this way, when my brain is mush and I can't remember, I have all the pictures to refer back to. It's awesome. And then that obviously doubles as really handy for when you're on the trip and you're trying to figure out what outfits you did create. You can just be like, yes, here's my lookbook, I'm gonna be wearing this today. And once I have that figured out, then I can figure out what I can repurpose for London, and then what in addition I need to add on for London. I feel like that's a good strategy. I'm gonna focus on summer clothes first because that is a majority of the trip. I think I have a lot of the outfits narrowed down. I'm so excited about. That took a couple of hours, but we're moving on. We're moving on to toiletries. I just want to get things set out and what I feel like I'll need. And then I got a ton of like these Cadence travel bags. I thought that it might help a lot with like space, but we'll put them off to the side. trying to figure out right now what products I'm missing, but these are, like I was talking about earlier, like the Cadence capsules. They're actually so good. So I got a couple of different sizes, and then they also have like expanders to expand the size, lack of a better word. So they have this size and they have this size. This is 0.56 fluid ounces and this is 1.32 fluid ounces. So these two sizes work for a lot of things, but a couple of different sizes that I kind of combined. For my body wash, for instance, I combined essentially two of these. This is the adapter. This is, instead of 1.32 fluid ounces, it's 1.43 fluid ounces. So this is solid for body wash. Something else I also did is I took this 1.43 fluid ounce extender and I put it on top of like one of these sizes, the 0.56, and that's how I got my cleanser. It's like that additional 0.56 is like necessary, I have found. So what I have, and I just need to refill all of these, is I have my shampoo, my conditioner, my body wash, a shave cream. Oh, also these are all magnetic, which is super freaking fun. I have my hair cream. This is the Orbe Super Shine Light. I also have this hair stuff as well, but I pretty much got all minis. So when I'm styling my hair, I have the thick finishing spray. Love that stuff. But also the thickening spray. Like this is a dry spray and this is a wet spray. I have some dry shampoo. This palming stick is wonderful for when I'm doing like my slick back buns. And then I like to use this Dream Coat. It really helps with humidity and frizz and all like that sort of stuff. So that's essentially hair. Finalized. Great. What I'm trying to figure out is my skincare right now. So starting at the top, my makeup remover. I used one of these extendable ones, but it's not enough. So I'm actually going to move it to one of these containers because this is 3.4 fluid ounces. So it's even bigger than the biggest one that I've combined, like this body wash. And like looking at like the size difference between these, I don't know, I just feel like it makes more sense. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put my micellar water over to that. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that exact same thing for my toner because this was on the verge of not being enough. My cleanser and everything else was like perfect for these sizes. So I just need to refill my cleanser. I have my serum that I'm gonna put into one of these little guys. My moisturizer, I'm gonna refill. I am putting sunscreen in these ones. This one's gonna be like a tinted sunscreen and this one's gonna be a regular. I have my acne cream that I'm gonna refill. And then I have a couple of empty ones over here. I'm trying to decide if I wanna put some like hand cream or lotion or what, TBD. So let's fill these up. I also got one of like these adapters to put into them, which is so cool because it just helps with pouring. Or for instance, with the toner, I did it as like a drip. So that way all of like the liquid, since it's pretty much like water, doesn't just come tumbling out. It's quite nice. Oh. Acne cream, this is an easy one. I'm gonna bring this little cutie. This is my non-tinted sunscreen. I've been trying it out. Don't really need a ton. A little goes a long way. This is my tinted. Let's just top it off. That should be perfect. Bought this like refill pod, so I think I'm just gonna clean out this. I think that should be good. Let's just empty out the rest into this. This technically is supposed to just like pop in to this, but this is the old style, so it doesn't just like pop in. So that's why I'm emptying it. Serum. Let's see how much is left in here. It's pretty much a pump a night. 2, 4, 5. I don't even have enough. The reason I need so much is because I might have to wash my face like 3 times a day. You have day activities and you're probably gonna come home, get ready for nighttime. You're gonna have to take off all your makeup again. So it's more than just once a day that I'll be using this. Practice run. Let's see how this ends up working. So we have all of the toiletries, essentially. In here, I just need to figure out, I don't think I'm gonna bring that. The hair stuff, deodorants, and then I have a hair straightener. I think this is what I'm gonna bring just because of the voltage thing. Like, I don't have a converter, and I don't think I wanna bring my Dyson Airwrap, it's too much. I just need to refill this stuff. This is like my feminine products, the different toner wipes and Q-tips, and then what I use to wash my face or dry off my face. And then down here I have just like a curling rod. So I think that's gonna be perfect. Maybe I'll just throw all of my hair stuff into here actually. That might be great. Different hair ties, clips, brushes, bobby pins for when I want to have a nicer slick back. I need to just clean this brush actually. Sorry, that was disgusting. And then, I don't know, I guess just whatever else I can find, miscellaneous stuff that might not fit my retainer case, and then also deodorants. Guys, that's so fucking good. Sorry for my language, but like, I usually have such a massive bag for all of my toiletries. If this actually is the final thing, like this is gonna be so nice. I come downstairs, Juan has lunch going. I'm gonna have some meat. Good timing, babe, I'm starving. I'm so tired after figuring out all of the clothes and then I moved on to the bathroom to do toiletries. I need a break desperately, so this is perfect. We're gonna have like sausage with bread. And then I think Juan's making blood sausage too. I don't typically eat that. Afterwards, I might try to bust this out. This morning, I did one set of nails. I did this color, but I want to do 2 more sets so that way I can figure out what color I actually want to wear. Do you need a bigger brush? Oliver, babe. What you doing, bud? Do you think you smell something that should be yours?
1, 2, 3.
Ta-da! Here are all 3 sets. They look so good. I need to decide what color I want. Okay, so the first one is this like kind of pink. It's called Rose Georgette. This one is called Cashew Milk, and it's like more peach tones. All of this is from the brand Gel Care, by the way. Love that brand. And then the last one is Dusty Rose. This one is pretty too. That one could look really nice in Spain, like for the summer. But I feel like the other ones are like more neutral to go with more things. Something to think about. I also had Juan go grab the suitcases from downstairs. We were checking the size restrictions for a couple of like the Europe flights that we're gonna be doing because they're a lot stricter on baggage. That's what we were doing while I was making these sets. allowing myself to finally chill for the day. Let's just marinate with the decisions that we made. Come back fresh tomorrow. Maybe I'll be able to like narrow things down a little bit, but I mean, I have the clothing narrowed down, the shoes narrowed down, outfits all picked out. I have my toiletries refilled, everything like in a bag. So I feel like that's pretty good. Same with makeup, same with all of like the tech stuff that I want to bring, any accessories like bags, sunglasses, and then I also did like my nails. It's payday, so I paid like all my bills, make sure all that's done before we leave too. So success of a day, Gray. But it's 6 p.m. and I want to read a little bit, and I still want to drink my matcha of the day. Juan just let me know that there's like a dinner thing at 8:30 tonight, and I'm like debating whether or not I want to go. I mean, I'm about to be like jam-packed for 2 weeks, right, Gray? Like, maybe I want a night of peace. One last night of peace before like I'm just really busy traveling and stuff for the next 2 weeks. So we'll think about it. We'll see if I end up going. For now, let's just not think about it and let's chill. Read a little bit more of King of Envy. We're on chapter 36, page 344. We're almost there. So I feel like we're on track for wrapping this up by tomorrow. Oh! I feel like it's pretty good. Some of it, I mean, is predictable. I like the element of like mystery, danger, there's some crime, but it's all like with rich people. It's a really, really easy read. I like this whole series actually. It's up there on the top shelf. There's gonna be another one even after this that you can pre-order. I think it's in May. I'm just like wondering, is there gonna be an end to like this series? 6 books? This is the 5th? That's crazy. If you haven't heard of this series, it's very similar to the Twisted Love series, which I feel like you may have heard of. It's leaps and bounds, like more popular. But like this series, The Kings of Sin, is like a spin-off of that. I kind of like it more, actually. Yeah, I do. Because King of Sins is like more adults. People in their late 20s, we got people in their 30s, versus Twisted Love, I feel like, is college age. I don't know, I like to see the representation of like a little bit older. It's kind of refreshing, a little bit, you know? more my age. We're back at it. We're back at packing, but we're moving on to the next phase. I'm gonna try to start to put things in the suitcase because I want to do like a test run and weigh it to see what we're working with. My suitcases that I use is the Way luggage. Been using it for years. Love it. So between the two of us, we're gonna have 2 check bags and then 1 carry-on suitcase as well. So So since we are flying into Barcelona first to head to the wedding, what I thought would be a really good idea, just in case, knock on wood, that there's any like luggage issues, I'm gonna pack the wedding stuff in the carry-on bag and then like a couple days worth of clothes. And then I'm gonna pack like my bare necessities when it comes to like skincare and makeup also in the carry-on. I feel like that's smart just in case. So this is the clothes that I set aside to put into the carry-on. We're gonna put that in some packing cubes and make that work. And for the check bag, I'll be putting everything else. This is the pile of clothes that we're working with. Through all of my streaming services. I'm on Netflix right now, but I was also on Apple TV. I was on Prime Video as well. And I'm just like downloading a ton of things. That way, like, I guarantee have something that I want to watch on the plane. That sounded weird. I mean, as excited as it is just to walk on the plane and be like, what movies are out? What can I watch? I want to walk on the plane knowing exactly what I'm gonna watch and like look forward to it too. I'm gonna be alternating between reading, but of course watching some shows and movies. So, okay, what I've gone through so far, a lot of it is still like pending downloading. It looks like I still have some old things on here, so I might need to clean it up. I had Purple Hearts. I watched that before. It was kind of like one of those movies that I liked, but I could like fall asleep listening to as well. Sullivan's Crossing, The Gentleman, those are old ones. Set It Up as well. I watched it, same sort of situation as Purple Hearts. I liked it, so could be a fun one to just watch when I don't necessarily need to pay attention. Okay, so the new stuff. My Life with the Walter Boys, season 2 just came out. I started it last night. I watched 2 episodes. It's cute. I love it. So I think that that's a great show. The Thursday Murder Club, that is a movie. Looks good. Legacies, I've been binging that a bit. It's like a spinoff from Vampire Diaries. It came out forever ago and I'm late to the game, but I'm liking it. Hostage, it's a new TV show. La Dolce Villa, a movie, could be cute. Bad Influence. That looks so good. I think it's a movie from Spain. Anyways, I am locked and loaded on that one. And then speaking of Spain, Olympio, as well as a TV show. So that's what we got going on Netflix. On Apple TV, I have a couple of things that I downloaded here. I have The Buccaneers, love that. I also bought The Materialist because I so desperately want to watch that movie. Wolves, Fountain of Youth, and The New Look. Those are the other ones on Apple TV. And then the only thing I downloaded from Prime Video is the 3rd season of The Summer I Turned Pretty. I watched 1 episode of that and I was like, you know what? No, let's save this and we can watch it on the plane. And why I want to do that is because if there's stuff that I'm like really looking forward to like watching or reading, the time is gonna pass by really quickly on the flight, right? So anyways, and with packing, I weighed up both of the suitcases. My checked bag 35 pounds. You guys, I have never in my life for a 2-week trip packed that light. Oh, I'm so happy. So that means I can do some shopping, which is great. But also my carry-on suitcase is 25 pounds, which is technically over the limit for the flights that we're gonna be flying in Europe. So that means I have room to like move some of that stuff over to my other checked bag, which works as well. So that is a huge weight lifted off my shoulder. I am done with packing essentially and just waiting for all of this stuff to download. Now we can pivot on over to reading. I didn't finish this yesterday. I did not go out to dinner, but what I did end up doing is a lot of like busy work. So I was like still doing packing stuff. I was starting to get a head start on editing. I was wrapping up other like content stuff and planning just to make sure that my load is really light while I'm out. And then I watched the Walter Boys, My Life with the Walter Boys last night to go to bed starting at like 10 p.m. So that's all we did yesterday. I've lost my train of thought. But I'm happy everything is like in a good spot. Tonight I'm gonna put on my nails. Tomorrow morning I'll take a shower, wash everything, shave everything. And now I'm gonna think about lunch because I am absolutely starving.
She looks for you everywhere.
I was right here. So excited for this. I'm so hungry. I went to Katsu Burger. They have a few locations in the area. I talk about it all the time. It's one of my favorite places to go. See how good this looks? Japanese mayo. Oh, babe. Cheers, babes. Would honestly love a nap. I feel like I need to go to bed like really early tonight. Just try to get in as much sleep as I can before the flight, right? Got like one of these French things. I actually got it for Christmas. When I was packing, I saw that I had it and I was like, wait, what? I forgot about it. It's quite nice. Hopefully that looks doable. Also rocking no makeup today just to give my skin a little bit of a break. Okay, so I've been sitting here and reading already. We're still not done, I know. But I wanted a matcha break, so I made my matcha. Now we're back. We have 70 pages left. So we need to finish this before I leave. I also just officially like connected. It's embarrassing. Kings of Sin, book 5, okay? I read 4 before this, and I don't think I've ever realized that this is like one book for every sin. 7 deadly sins, 7 sins. So when I was saying, what was it, yesterday, I was like, oh, I don't even know how many books that there's gonna be. There's gonna be 7. I can't believe like it took me that long to realize it. Like while I was reading this, I was like, how many sins are there? Like, oh yeah, every book is literally a sin. Idiotic, I tell ya.
Sanders score.
No way. Juan's watching soccer. Alright. I feel like I'm kind of struggling to get through it. I like it. I liked it more up until like the halfway point. Yeah, at this point it's just like desperation just to finish it, just to like be done with it. I feel like at the start I was like, oh yeah, this is like I think a solid 4-star read. And now I'm thinking it's like 3.75, maybe 3.5. Still solid, still recommend it, but like it's been a minute since I've had like this vibe of a book. Maybe my tastes have changed a little bit. Who knows? No, it was fun to read nonetheless though. Okay, chapter 46. Hi, baby. Okay, so I just downloaded a ton of books for my Kindle. All of these were on Kindle Unlimited. So I figured I would show you a few just because I am undecided. So I wanted to have like a ton of options. And then I opened up each and every single one of them because I've run into the problem before where I was on airplane mode and it didn't yet download. So then I couldn't even read it. So I opened up all of them. So that's why you'll see some of them say like 1%, even though I haven't even started it yet. But we got some contemporary romance like Briar You, The Chase. I think I downloaded the first 2 books. Also City of Gods and Monsters. That's the first book in the series. Caged Wolf. That's a part of the whole Zodiac Academy world. This is the 5-book series that takes place after Zodiac Academy. I've been wanting to read it for the longest time. Avalon Tower, a completed series. Guild. I downloaded 2 of those because I don't know. I feel like once I get into it, I'm going to want to read it. A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. I've been hearing such amazing things about that. The Silversmith, Amid Clouds and Bones, Spark of the Everflame. I feel like it's time. Blood and Betrayals, Reign of Shadows and Endings. These 2 books I've just had on here forever and a day. I don't know why I can't just like return them and get them off. I think it's because I read book 1 and I feel committed to like finish the series because I always feel committed to finishing series that I start. But anyways, those are there. Haunting, Adeline, I have yet to read it, which is crazy. Face Off, contemporary romance, hockey romance, which is one of my favorite types of contemporary romance. And then Off to the Races, which is like a cowboy contemporary romance. And there we have it. And I did finish the book I was reading. So now, I get to choose what book I want to read next. And it's going to be from this list. So we'll see what I end up picking. But I figured it would be really fun to show you what I downloaded for options for the trip at least.